Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to talk about the so-called disappearance of Doflamingo from Impel Down. So how could that possibly happen? From the moment Doflamingo was captured, everyone's been anticipating how he'll escape. The question isn't whether it's possible for Doflamingo to escape from Impel Down, but rather when he'll do it and how he'll pull it off. Now, there are two main angles being looked at regarding how Doflamingo might escape Impel Down. But before that, a theory has recently emerged suggesting that Doflamingo might join the new organization known as Cross Guild. This theory originated from a particular panel where 5 characters are shown together. You can see Moria, Crocodile, Mihawk, Buggy, and Doflamingo. This is during the time Gold Roger was about to be executed. So now people are asking, is it really just a coincidence that these 5 characters appeared together in one panel? As of now, Crocodile, Mihawk, and Buggy are already part of the Cross Guild organization. It's as if fate brought these 3 back together, and since they're already united, that just leaves Moria and Doflamingo missing from the group. If it turns out that Moria and Doflamingo end up joining the Cross Guild organization, then we can finally say that the complete form of the Cross Guild has come together. However, even if Doflamingo does end up getting involved with the Cross Guild, it won't be because of the organization's influence over him. In other words, it won't be out of any sense of debt or loyalty to the Cross Guild. Rather, it will be on Doflamingo's own terms. That's the only reason he'd ever agree to join the group. We all know that Doflamingo has an enormous amount of pride, and beyond that, he's a schemer, very cunning. That's why it's expected that Crocodile and Mihawk would think twice about letting someone like Doflamingo into their group. They know full well that he's shrewd and deceptive, exactly the kind of man who would stir up trouble within their organization the moment he steps in. And if you remember, Crocodile once told Mihawk that the two of them don't trust anyone. But even with that mindset, they might still allow Doflamingo to join the Cross Guild, because the more powerful pirate allies they gain, the stronger they become in fighting against the Marines. With stronger manpower, they'd be able to defeat and wipe out the Marines faster, especially now that the Cross Guild has placed bounties on Marine admirals and other officials. So now, the real question is, how will Doflamingo escape from Impel Down? The main obstacle is the Sea Prism Stone that's currently shackling Doflamingo. The key issue is how that will be removed, because once that stone is taken off, Doflamingo could easily escape from Impel Down on his own. Now, people are saying that Doflamingo's escape won't be some loud, chaotic event where he goes berserk inside Impel Down. It's actually possible that he'll simply walk out calmly and confidently out of the prison, just like that. So if you remember, Doflamingo once ordered Vergo to infiltrate the Marines by actually joining their ranks, and Vergo was successful. He managed to penetrate deep into the Marine organization. In fact, Vergo served in the Marines for many years, all while secretly working for Doflamingo. Because of that, it's very possible that Doflamingo also planted a spy or an ally inside Impel Down. And based on Doflamingo's nature, this is exactly the kind of move he would make. He's extremely cautious and strategic, so he would have prepared for the possibility of getting captured by the Marines. Doflamingo wouldn't care if his spy had to lay low in Impel Down for years, just like Vergo did in the Marines. It's the same long-game strategy, placing someone on the inside, so that when the time comes, Doflamingo would have someone to call on to help him from within. This is one of the theories on how Doflamingo might escape from Impel Down. But on the other hand, there's another theory saying that Doflamingo won't even try to escape. Instead, he'll be released or summoned by someone. And this theory is based on multiple clues. Remember how Doflamingo often hinted that high-ranking Marines or even higher authorities were giving him orders? He even claimed there were people trying to have him killed because he knows a dangerous secret, something that could not only bring down the Marines but shake the entire world. And it's not just the Marines that would be affected, even the Celestial Dragons could fall if this secret were exposed. This is linked to the national treasure he saw in Mary Jawa's. Maybe we'll talk more about that treasure in the next video. But anyway, going back to this particular panel, remember what Doflamingo said? He joked that someone probably sent assassins again to try and kill him. According to him, it's only Magellan's guards who are keeping watch over him now. That's why all the assassins sent to kill Doflamingo never succeed. They're always stopped one way or another. And on the other hand, you can see that Doflamingo seems to be mocking Magellan, almost teasing him. This happens around the time when Dr. Vegapunk revealed that the entire world might be submerged in water, and Doflamingo commented something like, well, they can always just move up to the top, once again referring to the higher powers above the Marines, a group he constantly hints at. Okay, I'm rambling again, guys, but anyway, let's go back to that panel where Doflamingo was ordered to eliminate Moria from the 7 warlords. The reason given was that Moria was too weak to remain part of the warlords. Moria, of course, was furious. He asked, who gave Doflamingo that order? Was it Sengoku? But Doflamingo replied, no, not Sengoku. There's someone even higher than him, and that's who gave the order. Now that raises a big question. Who could possibly outrank Sengoku? especially during that time when he was already the fleet admiral. That's why many believe the one who ordered Doflamingo to eliminate Moria was none other than Garling Figarland, one of the Gorosei. And that leads to the theory that Garling Figarland might also be the one who releases Doflamingo from Impel Down, that he might summon him when the time comes, because Doflamingo is said to be a loyal dog of Garling Figarland. So once Garling needs Doflamingo's services again, he would order his release. Just like that. No escape, no breakout. Doflamingo would just walk out of Impel Down without causing any chaos, because his freedom was authorized from the very top. Either that, or Doflamingo's own planted spy inside Impel Down would help him escape quietly. And that's why people believe his escape won't be loud or violent. He might literally just walk away from the prison. But anyway, that wraps up today's video. Before we end, let's go back to this theory. Was it really Garling Figarland who ordered Doflamingo to take out Moria from the warlords? And is he also the one who will set Doflamingo free from Impel Down? As for me personally, I don't think I'm entirely convinced. I don't quite believe that Garling Figarland was the one who gave the order to eliminate Moria, or that he'll be the one to release Doflamingo from Impel Down either. So maybe, it's actually more likely that it was the original Gorosei who gave the order to Doflamingo to remove Moria from the 7 warlords. It doesn't really seem like Garling Figarland was involved in that decision. But anyway, we'll dive deeper into that in part 2 of our discussion, where we'll explore the possible connection between Doflamingo and Garling Figarland. So we'll tackle that next time. And with that guys, this video ends here for now. But before we finish, let me once again beg you for subscribing my channel. For those of you who haven't subscribed yet, please do it. That's all for now. Once again, thank you so much for watching our One Piece content. Always stay safe, God bless you all, and see you again next time.